Hallo aus der Ahoy Arena in Rotterdam, hier ist ESC Kompakt vor Ort. Wir haben heute die erste Probe von Vincent Bueno gesehen, der sein Amen auf die Bühne gebracht hat. Wir wollten wissen, wie gut ist der österreichische Beitrag angekommen bei den Journalisten und Journalistinnen hier im Pressezentrum und haben dafür eine kleine Befragung durchgeführt.
I've been really confident that Austria would qualify for several weeks now. We saw what Marvin Dietmann did with Austria's Cesar Sampson a few years ago, pushing him to the top of the jury table. And I get a similar vibe with Vincent Bueno. The staging is so tasteful, so elegant, so sophisticated. You know, in this semifinal, we have a woman singing about sugar. We have Hurricane making a lot of noise. I like noise, but this stands out, is what I'm trying to say, with its sophistication and its elegance. The emotion feels real. He never screams, he never shouts, but the pain still comes through in a quiet way. And I sometimes think quiet emotion is more impactful than dramatic emotion. Sometimes he looked a little, what's the word? Not uncomfortable. He wasn't fully emoting. And I think he'll get there when there are people, when there are other contestants. I'm feeling very good about this. I see this as a qualifier. I really do. A lot of people don't in the press center, but that was just too classy not to get love from the jury.
Generally, in my opinion, semi-final 2 is very a lot of diversity in the songs, so it's really hard to predict who's gonna qualify. But in my opinion, I really like Austrian song, and I think the staging is beautiful. Of course, that was the first rehearsal, and everything can change and improve. But in my opinion, it's a really beautiful song, and it has a lot of atmosphere. So the chances for qualifying are like maybe 60-70%. I think, and it stands out a bit, you know, because we have a lot of up-tempo songs, we have a lot of 80 vibes, we have a lot of colors, we have a lot of joy, and here we have a moment just to think about ourselves and about the world and about everything what happened. So I think it's a big plus that Austrian song is the second semi-final, and I think it will stand out with the staging and his voice is really nice, and the personality. So I really like it, and I wish you all the luck.
Also der Auftritt von Vincent Bueno hat mir ausgesprochen gut gefallen. Das hat die Stimmung des Songs sehr gut aufgefangen, sehr gut wiedergegeben. Allein durch Licht, das finde ich großartig, wenn man Kunst auf der Bühne ohne viel Schnickschnack transportiert. Ich glaube schon, dass die Chancen gar nicht schlecht stehen für diesen Song, sich zu qualifizieren, zumal das zweite Semi ja nicht ganz so stark besetzt ist.
Wir kamen ja so ein bisschen so als Underdog hierher, könnten die sich qualifizieren, aber wie so oft und auch sehr ähnlich wie 2018, als dieser Sampson kam, wir wurden unterschätzt. Da kommt der Vincent Bueno auf die Bühne und hat eine Stimme und eine Range, die alle verblüfft. Und, was vielleicht ganz wichtig ist, er schafft es, unglaublich viel Emotion auf die Bühne zu bringen. Und zwar in einer Art und Weise, wie man es in der Studioversion gar nicht gefunden hätte. Und was vielleicht ganz besonders für diesen Auftritt ist, dass es kaum eine LED-Inszenierung gibt. Also es ist kein Schnickschnack, sondern es ist nur über Lichteffekte eine ganz reduzierte Performance, die wirklich von diesem emotionalen Moment lebt. Und ich glaube, das Finale wird da schon sehr dick drin sein.
What I liked about the Austrian performance is the way they made use of the lighting. It looked very dramatic and very special, and it made a very big impact on the song. It really elevated the song, I think. What I didn't really like about the entry is I quite liked it actually. I've already had it as it was somewhere in my top 20, which makes it seem like it's a bit low, but I really enjoyed the song, and it actually made it go up a few places. The part that I didn't like was that the staging didn't change that much throughout the song, so it might have I might have liked some slight changes throughout the song. But that's pretty much the only negative I can think of. And maybe his vocals could be like a bit more powerful, but I'm sure he's holding back for the rehearsals that are still to come.
I think that Austria had an average rehearsal, in my opinion. I expected a more energetic performance. his vocals was good. I think he's a good artist, a good singer, but I believe that he can deliver his song in a more instant way. I hope in the second rehearsal those problems will be solved. The stage presentation was nice. It fits the song. I think Austria has a chance about 50% to qualify and 50% not to qualify. I believe it's a borderline, but it will be clearer in the after second rehearsal.
Yes, I have to say that I'm quite surprised with Austrian performance because I'm not a huge fan of this song, but the performance was very classy and it reminds me of some Melodifestivalen performance from John Lundvik, which I really like. And I like the play with the lights and this elegant vibe in Vincent's performance. The vocal is perfect. And I think it should qualify because it's something what we also need beside those freaky performances, virtual effects. We also need some classy performance.
Okay, I saw the rehearsal of Vincent Bueno, and what I like is the staging. It's very good staging from Austria this year, better than 2 years ago. And he's a very good singer. That's the point I think he will qualify because it's a good song. And for Austria, it's a good, how do you say it in English? Yeah, it's a good song, and he will do it. It's good at camera, and he will qualify for the final, I think, at 9th or 10th spot, and then he will go to the final, and he will reach the 18th, 19th in the final in the ranking, I think. But I will say Austria will qualify.